Random Vaughn, and you are watching the Chronicast number
101.
101. Battle Royale of 101 Dalmatians today. And today, this is the first time ever I've gotten to smoke out with Hasan. For all the viewers, all the subscribers out there watching us live, this is the man who's always behind the control, making those switches, making those cuts, replying to comments. I can't believe you're actually in front of the camera. I don't know how we're actually streaming live right now without you back there. So maybe no one's watching us, maybe no one's listening to us. I absolutely don't know. But Hasan, we actually today, since we changed things up yesterday on Classic episode 100, we're doing the same thing. We're going for smoking things that are in our shop. We've gotten all the feedback from all the viewers, and what they really want to see is our opinions of what's actually in our shop, what they can come by, and so we're switching it up, and we're going to be doing that for a little while.
All right, I'm down with that.
That's cool. So we're going to do a cartridge, and we're going to be smoking on some flower by Artizen. We carry Artizen. They're actually local growers out of, I'm going to say Thurston County. They're right down the road from us. Nice. They got like 100+ employees. So big shout out to Artizen. All the employees are always coming in here. We love you guys. Thanks for the support, and hopefully you guys are watching. But before I crack open the cartridge, the flower, Hasan, anything going on new? What do we got to get down to today? Obviously, we're going to be smoking flower in both bongs, but any technical issues? Talk to me. I know you were working on Twitch today. Explain to me Twitch, because I don't understand it, but I'm glad today we are broadcasting live on Twitch. We have a Twitch expert in the studio with us, helping us make sure that we're actually, people can see us.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Twitch, for whatever reason, it's supposed to stream and save, but it never saved.
Yeah.
And we're not sure if it even streamed.
Yeah, that's the big question. You're like, I don't know.
There's no proof at all for it. So
okay.
Today we'll find out if it's actually going to be streaming.
Yeah. Can we confirm that it is up on the stream? We are on Twitch. Woo! Our first confirmation that we're on Twitch.
How many times have you said we're on Twitch?
A lot. There's been like, Twitch? I don't want to, like, we could go back to episode probably like 65 and be like, oh, we're on Twitch now. No, we weren't. We weren't. So yeah, psych that one. But anyways, we now know that we are on Twitch. So obviously, guys, you can watch us there live. We are actually live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, and now, finally, episode 101, proof that we are on Twitch. So anyways, guys, let's get into this flower. We are going to be smoking on Buddha Cannabis, which is a value budget line of Artizen flower. And I don't have exact information of, is it their bee buds? Is it just their greenhouse?
I always had a question for that, though.
Yeah,
like
let's do
the
this.
A buds and the B buds, like, is it a big difference? Like, they have to change their name so that they're not even, like, affiliated with their bottom brand or so? Or, like, what is that? I'm
glad you asked that question. So, technically, from the eyes of the Liquor Control Board, there's no difference. It's the plant. But everybody knows that an A buds literally... Dude, I'm just letting you know, back in medical days, there used to be guys who'd be like, dude, I have AAA buds. You're like, what the AAA buds? So it just, basically, A buds are the big colas at the top, closest to the light. Being closer to the light, you normally get more THC. And then you move further away from the light, you get smaller buds. And that's always what they just called the B buds. The small things. Some people don't even want to turn them up. A lot of people turn them into pre-rolls and flower. And so when you do the math, and everything in recreational is so competitive price point wise that you don't want to be selling the lower quality or the not as appealing nugs. And so I think that's why you've had to go with different brands. Like if you get a Coca-Cola and then, but what they put in it sometimes was like Safeway Cola and it doesn't taste like Coca-Cola, you'd be like, dude, you can't be selling this as Coca-Cola. This isn't the same.
Right.
And so I think that's why a lot of the bigger
diet weed.
Exactly. Okay. So, you know, there's Bud Light, whatever. But you know what? That's funny is that no one's ever come out with Bud Light like that. Where's that? Cool. I know someone's gonna get sued in about 4 seconds, but come on, like it'd be worth it just one time.
Add an extra D to it or something.
Yeah, exactly. This what is that, like Coors Light, the original light? We know it's spelt wrong or whatever they do. But anyways, yeah. So different companies are doing different branding to try and say, hey, like this is our premium, so that's one brand. This is our next step down, and so we're obviously going to smoke this. We don't carry this in the shop. We carry the Artizen and obviously carry their cartridges, and they're clear. Is there anything else we carry in the shop from Artizen?
I see a lot of flowers.
Oh, we also carry their pre-rolls, don't we? No? Yes, no? Yes, we definitely carry their pre-rolls. Now, I just had to think of what the packaging is. Sometimes they're in the tubes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're in the packs, all that kind of
bags.
stuff. So, Hasan, everyone's waiting. I know we're getting a little chatty today. That happens sometimes. But let's get into what we're actually smoking on. This is Buddha cannabis, like we said, by Artizen. And this is the Snoop stream. You want to tell me what the test results are on that Snoop stream?
Oh, yeah, no problem. All right, so we're looking at 26.7.
Ooh, 26.7. Yeah, so I mean,
26.7 on
Artisan's still getting those really nice high numbers. I have a green crack, a very strong sativa, and this one's testing in at 22.6. And then I have an orange Kush cartridge, and their gold clear distillant is testing in at 91.69. And yeah, we're going to break into that. So which one do you want to do first, buddy? Because we have quite a little bit of difference here on what we're going to be feeling and the effects we're going to be feeling. So it's a nice hybrid indica or a strong sativa.
Well, I want to end on the hybrid. The sativas, sativas is cool, but I'm not really like a super fan of it.
Okay.
So I'll definitely get this one out the way first.
Okay. Let's do it. Okay, let's try and rip that package open. If you can't get it, I do have my trusty scissors,
we're good.
which we have to always have on the show because we've had so many failed situations where we couldn't actually get to the weed, which is kind of important on the Chronicast. I don't know a lot of things, but with the name Chronicast, I feel like we have to get access to the weed. What is the nose on that guy? For the podcast listeners, Hasan is taking multiple deep breaths, really trying to figure out what
I can't really like it.
Puff, pass that on over here, buddy.
It just smells like weed to me, like honestly. But
whoa, you're kind of right. There is a floral note. I definitely am getting that coming off. Let me get the big nug out of here.
I know I got the small guy.
You guys can see that right there on those nugs. Pass that over to you guys on Periscope. We also determined that we weren't sharing the live stream on Twitter. So we did that for 100 episodes. So, guys, we've now got done with 100 episodes. We're really getting good at this now. We feel very confident for the next 100. But good trim job. Definitely looks hand-trimmed. This nug is I'm really liking the nose when you get, like, the larger nug of this green crack. Green crack has never been that florally of a something. Are we getting chimes or dings from the viewer audience? Much appreciated, guys. As I love the hearts coming in on the Instagram. Always appreciated. If you guys have comments, we do have Julia back there today able to answer and feed those to us. But we are going to start smoking here real quick. So what did you think on the nose? Give me a 1 out of 5 star rating while I try and get...
Nose-wise, I would say 2.5. Like, there's stronger smells out there. Something that you can identify. I can't really identify the smell of that one.
So this has green crack is that classic hazy, musty kind of light skunk. For anyone who's ever smoked green crack, this nose is pure green crack. That's once I cracked it, it's like takes me back to medical of
nice.
Like that. Like when someone would come in and be like, "Dude, I got the green crack." And they, you get a pound and you just get the jar in your nose. This really, really stands out. I'm going to give it, since I cracked it, I'm giving it a 3.5. It was a little too light on the begin with, but it really, since it's so pure to the green crack, right. I really want to give it that extra half star. What were you going to say? I missed.
I hit it with the 2.5.
2.5. Ooh,
2.5.
He's a tough man to please.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So, guys who are watching, we're really trying to get. I like that you put the rig like right on me on Instagram.
They can't see you or anything.
I'll just stand. Nobody wants to see my face. It's chill. Don't worry about it. This really should just be a podcast. I don't know why we even stream. Anyways, I totally lost all focus of that now. But on the smoking of this, guys, and you're watching us live, we really want to smoke everything in a bong and in a pipe to really get you guys, the viewer audience, what is going to be that true, is it harsher out of a pipe? Is it smoother coming out of a bong? This is actually the first time Hasan has gotten to hit our tsunami bong. We've actually, I think, had it almost on every episode since we got it back out of storage, and because we love it so much. It just hits so smooth. Big shout out to those guys. And as for the podcast listeners, Hasan is just taking multiple nice pulls off of the bong to really get the terpenes and get some of these effects. What are you tasting right now, my man Hasan?
Honestly, I can't taste too much.
Oh, so the flavor
know,
that nose is not actually coming through.
It kind of sits on the tongue a little bit, but it doesn't really do anything after that.
Even on the exhale?
Yeah.
So it's just, so the one thing is it's obviously smooth. So on the smoothness rating, obviously it's looking like at least coming out of this rig, which makes most everything smooth, it's a 5 out of 5 stars for harshness.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth, like really smooth.
Yeah. And so, but on the flavor, if nothing's coming through, it seems like we should wait to rate the flavor until you smoke it in the pipe. You would agree?
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, gotcha. So the one thing that we didn't actually do a star rating, the nug structure on the big nug, coming out of a bag, I was really impressed. It was dense. I'll even show you guys. Dense, and still moist. And so I think this, for a trim and nug structure, is a 5 out of 5 stars. I'm actually surprised if this is Artisan's true budget brand. This still feels indoor. This does not look like greenhouse light depth. This literally looks indoor, and so I don't have the price information. If somebody, Julia, could feed me the pricing information, that would be
10 though, right?
That's my thing, but this quality is so nice. I don't want to misspeak because it is definitely gorgeous lush green and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe Quinn can get us the pricing info before the end of the episode. But after you just pulled it out of the pipe, what did you think of the flavor coming out of the pipe?
Flavor-wise, I definitely get more floral. Like, I can taste some floral stuff, some rose petals or something.
Oh, so you are getting that nose that we got before that's light, kind of florally, kind of a true
reconnects again.
Yeah, kind of a true green crack. So now that you've smoked it out of both, are you going to bump that rating on the flavor up, or is it still just kind of super light and you're like, meh?
I would still keep it at the same.
What were you doing?
2.5.
2.5 for the nose and 2.5 for the terpy flavor on the smoke.
875.
So it's 875. That is an impressive 875. It would really compete against. I mean, we have a lot at 875. We have a lot at 799, and so. But from an indoor, that's a good indoor price.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed. I'll say this: I kind of wish all of Artisan stuff was 875. They're not going to do that, but that would sure be nice. I'm impressed by this green crack. So, in your opinion, before we start talking about effects, is this a buy, a try, or a puff pass?
Honestly, like for me, it being a sativa, I would say it's a try.
Because you're just not a big sativa fan.
But
if someone who likes that stony,
I would definitely recommend it.
Then this
easily.
Then you're like, hey, you really want something that's gonna. So let's start talking about the effects of this green crack. What do you feel like doing? What is this? Are you feeling it behind the eyes? Like, talk to me about the effects of this strain.
I feel it behind the eyes for sure. Mm-hmm. Still alert. Still, thinking a whole bunch of things.
I bet you're thinking all, but it's green crack. It's
right.
So. Is this something where you would be able to sit and do something, or do you feel you have to go be active?
If I were to do anything, I would probably do a puzzle. Some kind of sit-down activity, words with friends, kind of play around with that or something like that.
So let me ask you, I'm going to ask you a very technical question because of all of now that we're on Twitch and it is a big video game platform, is this something where you could see yourself video editing on or playing video games intensively, or is your mind too active to want to focus in on that kind
It's got to be a hard game RPG, Final Fantasy, one of those long drawn out. Far Cry, it's one of those kind of ones. You can't do Mario. And
you can't just run to the right.
You'll play Mario and you'll be done with it and still want to do stuff. So you got to put a longer game on.
Got a Zelda, man. Let's do this.
Zelda.
Okay, gotcha. Well, sorry, Princess, we're not going to be able to save you this episode. But that's all good. Okay, well, let's move on. So cartridge of distillant, or we go into the Snoop stream on the flower. It seems like we should divide them up and switch over to this.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay, so just a reminder, guys, this is Artisan's top line brand. It is distillant clear. They do give the genetics of orange Kush. In my opinion, though, once you take somebody to raw form distillant, there really is no indica sativa, but we do appreciate them giving that information. These packages are pretty easy. They just seal it with a quick heat seal at the top. So I've never had a real tough time with those. But once again, on the test results for all the fans out there, 91.69%.
It's pretty serious.
So, have you ever had an Artisan cartridge before?
Not by Artisan. No.
Okay. Have you ever had a cartridge of one of these top flow cartridges before?
No, that looks pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, these are like, there's kind of this right now. Some people are switching to these, and some are staying with the Jupiter cartridges. And it is questionable about what we think who is better. Obviously, you can see there's no wick, and so it is a ceramic with a wrapped coil on the inside to try and help with flavor and deal with how the viscosity of the clear, the distillant is.
Does it make a big difference though?
It does make a difference. One, just so that you can actually make it work and not fail. Two, the cartridge can preheat so that it starts to flow before you hit it. I don't know if this is one of those cartridges. And then three, it is supposed to have better flavor. So yeah, it's on. You're powering it up. Let's see what we get coming off this on the first pull. For those watching right now, I do want to remind you guys that we are doing strain reviews of things that are actually in our shop that you can come get right now. Little bit change up on the Chronicast for those watchers and viewers that have watched us for over 100 episodes. We are changing it up based strictly on your guys' feedback, reviews, and comments. We want to give you guys what you want. And I will say, right before we get in, go ahead and take another pull of that, because I just need to remind everybody, please share our stream. If you share it anywhere on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Periscope, or Twitter, if you share it, you get entered in to win our prize every single week that gets announced. It's supposed to be announced on Monday, but it didn't get announced because we are doing our crazy 17-gram dab situation, and we are definitely behind.
Like a live picking of what the prize should be.
That would be good. Yeah, I just don't know what Jeff told everybody it was, so I can't
tell nobody yet.
Oh, he didn't? Oh, well, we're gonna have.
We got somebody who won.
Oh, we did. Okay, so we do know who the winner is.
We do. We probably won't, disclose that until tomorrow.
We're just dragging this out. We're going to start announcing the winner on Friday because that's just how we roll. Hey, guys, it's the Chronicast. We appreciate your patience. But anyways,
definitely tomorrow we'll
get this. We'll get to it. Yeah, exactly. So, guys, if you share it, just take any way of getting us proof that you shared it. You can take a screenshot, a photo, we don't care, whatever. Just get us evidence that you shared this video. You can share it while it's live or not while it's live, and then get that to us, and you get automatically entered to win.
So I think that's the big thing. Like, a lot of people, they watch it afterwards. I don't think they screenshot it. So
yeah, they share it, and then they forget to notify us.
If they're not watching live, then I don't know if they're going to share it. So we got to make sure we put some out there, really, you can watch it at any time.
Anytime.
And share it. And
yeah, we get a lot, Twitter, a lot of people retweet, and that counts, guys. So, I mean, you got to just send that to us, because I know we get
these are easy wins.
Yeah, these are easy wins.
We're handing it to you. So.
Yeah, and some people even get to come on and smoke when they get their win. Yep. So you're literally getting the win plus free weed. So anyways, but enough about sharing. Let's get back to this Artisan cartridge of Orange Kush distillant. What did you think about the flavors coming off that guy?
So the flavors on this, it was like biting into an orange. It was actually
okay, so they are adding terpenes.
Yeah. So you can taste everything on there. It's pretty smooth.
Okay, so now I get. So they're calling it Orange Kush because they're adding orange terpenes back in, not because that's the genetics.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's just all about the flavors.
Okay, that's cool. Well, that's actually good information, because a lot of people come in and they go, I'm looking for a flavor cartridge. If I saw this cartridge, I wouldn't immediately
you would
know
think it's
that.
A strand.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, well, that's distilling. There's probably not going to be a lot of flavor on that. So that's really good to know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So talk to me about. We didn't review the packaging at all. Cartridge packaging at some point feels like they're all the same.
Supposed to be.
You see a cartridge. You know it's in a plastic container. This I'm actually going to give. It's nice and bright. I like the yellow. Artisan's always got kind of cool sub designs, and so I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars on the packaging. And
honestly, the thing that sold me was the actual,
unit.
The unit itself.
The actual cartridge.
Just because I don't see it like this that often.
Yeah, the nice black.
Yeah, I'm used to the little flat plastic one.
Yep.
The little one sides.
Yeah. Those are the real cheap ones.
Yeah.
This is definitely a much higher end cartridge. I'm going to hold it up just so in case anybody can see it. It is, there's 2 guys smoking on the show today. It's a little masculine. I kind of like that. Also, Artisan is actually screen printed on it, which not a lot of companies do that. So they've obviously put in extra money to have it actually. So I agree. I think that they are doing, Artisan is a top line brand, and they really do it right on figuring out exactly what they want from their kind of products.
Yeah, they definitely sold me on just the looks alone.
Yeah, and so the pull seemed very smooth. You took a couple nice long puffs on it.
Yeah.
And so let's go from, it's very, very strong in the terpenes. So are you giving that like a 4 or 5 out of 5 stars on the terps?
Flavors, I would say like a 5.
A 5?
Like,
Nice.
I don't mind the flavors.
And then smoothness, because it's distillant and you're not getting a harshness off those added terpenes. Seems like, once again, 4 or 5 stars.
I put it at a 5.
Put it out of 5. So this is definitely getting some of the best ratings we've ever given a cartridge.
Ever.
So that's actually impressive. So I got to stop playing with that. I'm sure I'm just making weird noises for the poor pot. Like, what is that crumbly noise? I'm playing with the packaging, guys. I apologize.
You're eating a bag of chips.
Exactly. That's what we do on the show. And I got the munchies. So in your opinion, is this a buy, a try, or a puff fast? Now, remember, these guys are literally going to be like 30 on the half gram for a cartridge. That's a ballpark. That is not the exact price.
This is what kind of turns me off of cartridges is the price points.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, like the flat ones, you know, those are like,
Yep.
you know, 20 to 30
Yep,
you know,
yep.
easily for those. This bumping it up an extra $10, I might buy, depending on, you know, how much I get paid or something like
So
that.
yeah,
You know,
so
it's
the
one of those
so
kinda,
yeah, so the price point's what's really like
yeah. Like,
and I agree. The cartridge market really needs to figure that out. What I think is really hurting everybody in the cartridge game when we went from medical to recreational, at least in Washington State, is the fact that it's the tax on the physical cartridge. The
Yeah.
fact that you have a 45% tax literally on some metal and plastic instead of just the THC.
That's true.
So I do believe that in the years to come, those prices are going to continue to fall. They're not going to still be half grams at $30. I mean, did you hear about Vegas?
No, what happened in Vegas?
Okay, so Vegas, you know, just went recreational.
Right.
One of our coworkers here went down to the down there, and the cheapest half gram cartridges they could find, the cheapest, $68 for a half gram.
Man.
Yeah, it's like, welcome to Vegas.
That's
Viva Las
crazy.
Vegas. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure there was a standing line to get it. But hey, anytime you open up recreational anywhere, it's just crazy.
You ever
crazy
try
prices.
buying before the whole, you know, everybody's approved? Like, weed out there in Vegas. I went out there for my cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
Like, the whole family went out there. And
Are you talking about pre-medical or?
pre-medical.
Oh, pre-medical in Vegas.
It's hard to find, and you spend a lot of money for
Do you speak
not
Spanish?
too much. Nope.
Oh. So the trick is, I don't know, like, I've spent a lot of time in Vegas, so I'll just tell you the trick. Back then, you know the guys that flip the cards
Uh-huh.
and stuff? Look for, like, you're walking by, and it's like guy, girl, and then guy, and then the kids over on the side.
Right.
And, like, the girl always has weed.
Oh, man.
Like, yeah, that was the hookup. Like,
we
you're
went
just
to
like,
the streets. Went to the streets and just got some shake, pretty much. It was just bad.
well, yeah, well, it was all bad. Oh, it was bad and stuff. The other thing, yeah, it's oh man, Vegas. I'm glad to see. I mean, they're gonna have these giant warehouses all indoor, so I do think the quality there is gonna actually be surprising
That's
to
true.
people. But man, the price point because of all that AC is just gonna have to be nuts. So. Tell me about the effects. Anything coming off of that distillant that you're really feeling differently than the green crack? Do you need to take another pull? What should people, when they're smoking on distillant with added terpenes from Artizen, what information should they know ahead of time?
Honestly, it's more like I feel it in my body for sure. Like I'm more chill, especially after, you know, the green crack incident. You know, it kind of mellowed me out a little bit. So like, if you, it's not something you want to go do and go run for, you know, a couple miles or something like that.
No.
It would definitely, you do this and you go get something to eat.
I mean, do you feel the indica coming through? I guess that's the big question. I would just be impressed if you do, but you tell me.
I feel a difference. Like it's not like a big difference, but I feel something. You know?
Let's get a little more specific than something.
Feel something.
I'm feeling something. It may be the marijuana.
All right, so, like this makes me feel more romantic.
This
you
makes
know?
well. I'm sitting
It's one of
across
those
from
kinda-
you. I appreciate that, Hasan.
getting a little
People
closer,
don't
you
agree
know?
with me when I tell them how like charming I am. They just don't. It doesn't come through on the camera.
Looking very deep in your eyes.
Oh.
So, like, let's not turn the lights off.
Dude,
Let's
we are
keep 'em
gonna
on.
get a lot more viewers and a lot more subscribers after this episode. I will say that. Okay, so we were talking kind of about price, and I know we got off topic and those kind of things. But is this at that price point of around $30 a half gram? Then that's a ballpark buy, try, or a puff pass, just based off the quality.
It's definitely a try.
A strong try.
It's a strong
I would
try.
agree with that. I do believe. I'll be honest. I like the Omega cartridge. It's one of the most expensive. It's like $40 a half gram.
Man.
But dude, it works. It tastes good. It's clear. Same with this guy. This cartridge works. Tastes good. It's not burnt. You're getting what you're paying for. Like, I kind of think it's worth it. Like the Ionic
Definitely
cartridges.
a couple times of buying,
Yeah, I know that, like, the Ionic guys, they have the best price in our shop. Trust me, I buy those ones too. But like, you're right off the bat, you're like fighting the cartridge, and like it's kind of working, it's kind of not. So I think I can understand why it's a strong try.
Easy.
If you're a person who wants to smoke a cartridge on the way to work, or you get off of work or whatever, I think this is a great solution.
I wouldn't recommend it, but maybe during work, just have it in the side somewhere.
If you work at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Winco, Sonic, let's see what else. Home Depot, Best Buy, Panera Bread, anybody around us, I highly recommend smoking while you're at work. I've seen you guys. What are you talking about?
Oh,
okay, so getting on to the next one, we have Snoop Stream opened up super easily. Once again, this is Buddha Cannabis by Artizen. It is their sub B-Bud brand, from my understanding, coming out the door. If we pick it up at $8.75. The quality on the green crack was definitely there, but only got a try from Hasan because he isn't a sativa person. So now we're getting into the nice hybrid indica here of the Snoop Stream, testing in at, I believe that one tested higher at 26.
Yeah, 26.7.
Yeah, so a little bit higher test results. Definitely excited about that. The nose on this is much more pungent, to say the least. Beautiful hairs coming off of these bigger nugs. Let me get the big nug out. The trim job on this guy is definitely not as good. I'm very disappointed in this. Like, that is not really acceptable by anyone's standards, even at $8.75. So kind of disappointed there. It's crystally, super crystally, dense as the day is long, and
That's true.
I'm getting a very floral nose. Or is that what you're getting again? Like not even like even teenagers wouldn't wear this kind of perfume. Like, that is how floral
It's like
this
one
is.
of the like your grandma's kind of floral, like one of those old perfumes.
Dude,
that just stays
when it's literally like, I have literally dried flowers squirt. Like, it is. This is
It's been on that counter since when you were a kid to you're an adult.
Yeah, I'm really wondering if this flavor is like, those nodes are going to come through when you smoke it. But on that nose, Hasan, what are you going to give me a rating? 1 out of 5 stars.
Nose, 2.5.
You're going 2.5.
It's personal preference. Like, I just like certain smells of weed, and
I
this
can see
isn't
that.
one of those kind of smells that grabs me in.
Yeah.
There.
I try and rate on, like, I'm not going to say, like, do I like the smell of the weed? I mean, there are definitely smells that, like cheesequake or blue cheese, or even like
I think I put
sherbet,
my standards too high on those. Like I haven't found too many. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, then it's something like, oh my God, this smells so good. But on this one, it does have a strong nose, and so I rate on how strong a nose it still has, how much is coming through, and so I'm going to give it 3.5 stars on the nose on that. That's just me personally. And so we went, for the podcast listeners, Hasan went right to the pipe this time, wanted to see and get all that flavor, and so Hasan's taking another nice long drag there. And then Hasan, talk to me about, did those very floral terpenes come through on the smoke?
I would say no.
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 Really?
Even like on the exhale, the green crack came better of a flavor, and it sat more in the
Really?
tongue than this one.
That's crazy. Interesting.
Like, there's nothing in there. There's
Wow.
nothing on the tongue or anything.
Interesting. Well, here, hand me on over the Tsunami, and I'll load that one up with this guy. We'll see if we can get something. But obviously, man, if you're not getting anything coming through on there, I mean, that's basically like a 1-star rating for flavor. That's kind of disappointing. Do you think it's because this one's a little drier? It feels a little drier than the green crack, and that could be affecting it.
I was also thinking, just if this is their B brand, that would make sense for it to be the B brand. Like
yeah, that they
green crack
like
one kind of slipped through, but like
the
this one,
green crack, it kind of slipped through.
You know, this one here, you can kind of tell that it's a B brand.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, definitely $8.75. I mean, the thing is, the nug was still big, and so it's definitely not a B bud. Like the nugs would need to be smaller. So that's actually kind of surprising on that the nugs are so big for. So I don't know exactly what. I wish I had some more information to really give you guys who are watching. If you're just tuning in, we are reviewing Artizen products today, products that we actually carry in the shop. We're changing up the Chronicast here on episode 100, and Hasan has just taken a strong pull of the Snoop's Dream, their sub-brand line of Buddha cannabis, and it is $8.75 out the door if we carried the Buddha cannabis, and we do carry the Artizen cartridges. So now that you smoked it out of the Tsunami bong, any additional flavor?
No flavors.
Wow, just super smooth. I mean,
Yeah,
on
it's
everything, anything we're hitting on this, it's ridiculously smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even possible. It's not burning at all. It is just smooth, smooth, smooth. So we're having high ratings on the trim job and nug structure on all of them, and on the harshness. They're just always getting 4 or 5 stars. We're both kind of disappointed on the flavor of both of them.
Yep.
Kind of either between 2 and 3 stars. And so we've kind of come back all around to the same situation. And so in your opinion, what are we talking about? Are we talking buy, try, or puff a pass on this Snoop's Dream?
On the Snoops, I would say pass for me.
Really?
And that's just because I'm thinking about the green crack over the Snoop. And I don't even like the green crack like that, you know? So
I would smoke that even though I don't like it more than I would smoke this. That's crazy. Well, that's how that goes. Okay. Well, that's how those things happen, and that's why we do this show. We smoke a lot of weed here to figure out what is the best weed in Washington, so that we can have the best weed in Washington on our shelves. With that, Hasan, I did want to say, let's talk about some of the effects of this Snoop's Dream. What are you feeling for effects, and how is that coming through? Or is it really instant? Is it kind of lingering? What are we talking here?
I don't feel too much of the Snoops, mainly because of the
that
orange,
is just overpowering.
And then the mix with the crack.
Okay.
I can't really say I can stick up for the Snoop's Dream right now.
Wow. Even after smoking it out of the pipe and the bong, it is not able to even and it's testing at 26%. It is not able to combat the other ones.
No, I got to chase it with this, most likely, or go back to the green crack, but I can't do another bowl of the Snoop's Dream.
You literally are like, no, I'm done. I'm gonna pass that over to you. You finished that, and I'm just gonna chill over here with my cartridge. Yeah. Or give me back that strong sativa.
Bring back.
Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you do like sativas.
I hope not. I like the feeling of indicas more.
You like keeping it chill. I hear you. So, anyways, well, with that, guys, I'm just gonna give us the recap here. Once again, for those just tuning in, we smoked on Buddha cannabis today from Artizen and the Artizen cartridge. We started off with the green crack, testing it at 22% THC. That came in with some great ratings, but was just a strong try at $8.75 out the door. We then moved on to the Artizen cartridge, which is said to be orange Kush, but it is a distillant, testing it at 91.69%. So they're adding organic orange terpenes that really come through. I mean, it's like a citrus in your mouth.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just like biting an orange.
Just like biting an orange. It was a strong, this was a strong buy.
That was a strong try.
It was a strong try. I apologize.
It's still in a higher ballpark for me.
Yeah, the price is definitely affecting that. Yeah. If the price was lower, we're able to get cheaper.
If it was under 30, Like, even if I had to wait for it to go on sale, like, I would wait and spend under 30 for it for sure.
So if it was like 27.5 gram, you're saying yes.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, well, that's good to know. So then moving on, we did what you were anticipating, hoping to be your favorite. The Snoop stream had a very floral nose. None of that came through on the smoke. Testing it at 26.7%. Had the highest flower test results of this episode, but this was a strong puff pass.
Yeah,
which was
pass.
very, very unfortunate. But that's the way it goes, and that's why we smoke on this kind of stuff. Hasan, anything else you can give our viewing audience about these products? Your thoughts, final words?
With the oils, like, if you're gonna try it for the first time, definitely the orange Kush is like you should try it for your first time.
Yeah.
Or if it got kind of stale, trying the same ones, that'll spice it up for sure.
Have you smoked on the Tangies by like Triumph or?
No, not yet.
No, okay, because I was just wondering like if you could put the orange nose into context. That's what I was hoping to kind of get some context of how orange is it? But is it just like it is straight like little cuties like crack that all in your mouth?
It's got to definitely be like the bigger oranges with the tougher
shell.
Yeah, like it's like biting like without cutting, just biting the orange with the shell and everything else.
Oh, with the shell, you're not even taking. You're not. I don't even got to remove the skin.
Yeah, just go in for it. Like, that's what that is.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I want to give a big shout out to Artizen. Thanks for dropping off these samples so that we could smoke them on the show today. Obviously, couldn't do this show without you guys. Much appreciated. Big shout out to you guys also because you're just down the road. And for everybody watching, you've been watching us live. This has been the Chronicast presented by Danks Wonder Emporium, episode number
101.
Number 101. Guys, we really appreciate having you watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Periscope. And now, today, first time confirmed on Twitch. I believe we even got some, like, jingling noises going on Twitch, which we really appreciate. So, anyways, guys.
Special message to the people that watch after the show. Make sure you screenshot and make sure you send it to us.
Well, they got to share and screenshot the share. That's always the confusing part.
But
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So do that, send it to us, then you get entered to win the prize. And the last thing that I am absolutely forgetting, tomorrow we are doing a special episode with Knights Templar is coming on at 2 p.m. tomorrow and going to be doing a giant smokeout session with our bud tenders. So
we did
guys,
some pictures with those guys.
We did. They came on the industry show. So guys, be sure to tune in at 2 p.m. tomorrow, a little bit different time. It's actually going to be our Smoking with the Masters episode, and then we'll be live again at 4:20. So thanks again for watching, guys. And Hasan, as always,
live higher.
Live higher.